What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Before I get into today's video, remember, do not forget to like and subscribe. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started on PlayStation and the news surrounding PlayStation and live services. Now, PlayStation wants to make more live service games in the near future, and in a briefing by Jim Ryan, he said the plan is for live service investment to reach 49% of Sony by the end of 2022, with that aim at 3 live service titles, which right now it seems like they're not going to reach that, but I think maybe in the next year or two they might be able to reach 3. But then what comes later, he says, with an intent for 12 live service games by the end of 2025. Now, 12 live service games is a lot, and if they're not even close to 3 yet, how are they going to reach 12? Well, I think most of the live service games that they'll make, I think some of them are going to fail, and they're going to mainly focus on maybe the shooter live service games, depending on what games they focus when it comes to live service. Now, what kind of games like live service? Well, for example, like these free-to-play games like Rocket League, Fortnite, Fall Guys, and I mean, PlayStation does have like Bungie under there, like they bought Bungie, so they have like Destiny 2, which is a live service game, so they could use that game, or Bungie, I think it was rumored that Bungie was also in the works for another game, to make another game for Sony, so maybe one of the live service games is going to be made by Bungie. Another like rumor was that like Naughty Dog Last of Us multiplayer, a couple racing games. There's a couple games in the rumors right now, and there's also a couple studios under PlayStation that are working on these live service games. Probably in the near future we're going to get more and more information as these games come out. As we know, when live service games release, they're unfinished, and that's why the live service games, like over and over, they're going to be updated, like Fallout 76, which when it was released, it was garbage. But up until recently, after, I don't know, constant updates and free content, the game is actually pretty decent now. Moving on. Now, with PlayStation focusing like 49% on live service games, it's gonna like they're shifting a lot of their main focus on single player games. Which single player games, I remember I think it was EA who said single player games are dead or whatever there. And then they released, I think it was a Star Wars single player game that did very well. And the thing is that a lot of these studios don't really want to waste money on single player games, because you can only make so much money out of a single player compared to a live service where you can continuously make more money, excuse me, out of live service games compared to single player. Now, with this, I think we're gonna get less single player games. We're still gonna get a couple single player games, but as we've seen, Sony is shifting their focus, like compared to the PS4, which they released a lot of single player games. Now, this really is kind of I don't really know what to say of this. I don't know. What do you think? Please let me know in the comment sections down below. What do you think of PlayStation focusing like 49% of their attention and resources on live service games? Now, I don't doubt that some of these live service games are going to be good. That's no doubt. At least like out of the 3 or later 12, at least a couple of them are going to be like a good games. Now, the thing is, I also do want single player games from Sony, because Sony recently hasn't really released any PS5 games. I mean, even that's saying if you can get a hold of a PS5 right now, it's getting really hard and more expensive. So I don't know how long it's going to take for more people to be able to get a PS5. And then eventually when people start getting a PS5s, will by then Sony start releasing games like single player games, and then hopefully the live service games. So we got to see how long it's going to take Sony to get everything straightened out with the PS5, and trying to lower the price and trying to get more PlayStation 5s sold and everything, because it's very hard to get one right now. Now, as I mentioned previously, please let me know in the comment section, what do you think about Sony, as I said, focusing on live services? Do you hate it? Do you dislike it? Do you want more single player games? And please let me know in the comment section down below. That's it for today's video. Remember, do not forget to like and subscribe. That's it for today's video. Goodbye.